Okay, with that false start out of the way, the interrupt ions video, let's fucking tackle this anticodon antimatter video. Alright, so I'll show you my page. So there's a lot to unpack there, but take a screen dump if you like. I've just now was working on this bit, so I really don't know where to start. I'll give you a rundown. That is, I had been working on the, I guess you'd call them the layers of life, because we are, as you all know, it's a spiral, and we go round and round and fucking do the same shit over again and hopefully learn from our mistakes. I haven't been so good at that at the moment. Actually, you can look at my page while I tell you. I need a pointer stick. Oh, this is getting fun. Actually, I'll tell you this first. I'm pretty sure that the fucking piano isn't. It's funny. Well, I guess it's funny. So I remember hearing once that once you've learnt to play the piano, you can learn any other instrument. All right. Excuse my nosage. And I think that's because the piano keyboard is our fucking DNA strands, right? And which changes a lot, which I think that's probably what they did. The fucking Hitler, Nazis, or whoever changed the frequency or whatever they did with the music back in who knows when, back then, they straightened, and I fucking have done this, I've said that before in a video, that they straightened out our DNA. Or no, I thought maybe my DNA had been straightened out. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I have a funny feeling the keyboard is meant to be like the sharp keys are meant to wrap, like, either the normal note keys or the sharp keys wrap around each other like DNA into a helix. It's meant to be a helix. Alright, so I'd started off here just trying to work back, so all the different layers. So we experience, these are gonna, hang on, I was trying to figure out there'd be 7, because there's fucking 7 sins and 7 this and 7 that and 7 days of the week and bloody bloody bloody. There's 7 fucking layers of deception. So I think we live, who cares? Alright, my point is 7. We all know 7 is a significant number. It's also my favourite number, so that's handy. Not handy, but that's synchronicity-ness. Anyway, because I'm working backwards, I was trying to work out, and then, like, I was going, alright, so there's the cellular, which is the that's the asleep, unconscious programming. That's where majority of the population is at. The cellular 11. That's good. Anyway, shut up, Shannon. So I was like, alright, well, there's the cellular layer, and then once you break through that, there's the protein layer, and the building block, the amino acid layer, and then there's the codon layer, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if they're correct. This is my brain trying to work out, or this is probably my body trying to work out what my brain is telling me. Right? So then I was looking at molecules, which I showed you in a little video before, which made me realise that there's a missing music note, which is hydrogen. Anyway, I was looking at our genes, and I was like, holy fuck. So maybe where I kept getting the download that G, originally it was D, that there was the false music note. No, not false music note. It had no frequency. So then I realised, well, F, so maybe F doesn't have a sharp. How does that work there? No, F has a sharp there. Anyway, we'll figure it out. And I was like, alright, actually, you know what? I think G might actually be a false fucking nucleotide. I think they added that in, whoever it was, added in G. I was like, well, generational trauma, that makes sense. I'm like, so maybe T doesn't turn into a U. Maybe U is meant to be there. And then I'm like, and this whole time I've been like, what doesn't make sense to me is that codons are made up of 3 nucleotides, yet we have 4 nucleotide options. And it just didn't, like, it's never made sense to me. So I was like, hang on, maybe G is not actually meant to be, maybe that's an implanted nucleotide, right? And then I was like, well, does that make the U? And then I'm like, no, because then that's still 4. I was like, maybe the T does change into the U. And then I was like, well, generational trauma. And then I fucking went, hang on, generational trauma, GT. I was like, well, if the T was to turn into a U, guess what you have there? You act, right? Because we're fucking acting in a show. And then B and E, to be or not to be, they don't, on a keyboard, they don't have a sharp. They're the only 2 notes that don't have the sharp option. So then I'm like, I know, I'll draw a keyboard. So I did that. And then as soon as I've done that, my brain's gone, hang on, those 3 are meant to line up with those 3. So I did a little DNA strandy thing and lined the fucking nucleotides up to make. So we're going to have anti-codons here, and then the codons here, right? Let me have a look. So anyway, actually, this is just going to be a shorter part 2. I just wanted to get it out. Oh, no, that's it. Okay. So molecules are formed. You have your carbon atom, which is the central thingy-me-bob in the molecule. And then from there, it attaches to an amino group. So there's your 3. That'll be whatever the codon was, whatever protein, whatever amino acids the codons fucking magic up. That's your amino acid group that joins on. So that's your codon that joins onto. So that's where this joins onto the carbon atom. And so the R, so all molecules, I think, are generally the same. The differing factor is the R group here, which, oh no, that's right. Okay, sorry guys, but I'm fucking learning as I go, so you just have to bear with me. The R group is the codons, all right? So whatever amino acid chain got created when the codons were being read and replicated, that's the differentiating, that's what creates variants in the DNA, okay? So there's 20 amino acid possibilities. But in saying that, maybe there is less, because if there is only meant to be 3 nucleotides to choose from, it also limits how many possible amino acid chains, and which then go on to make the proteins, right? So I don't know. I can sit down for this. Okay. Hang on, I might, excuse me, I might even bring you back. Okay. Oh, just when I was doing that fucking interrupted my ions. Go away, whatever is around doing that. They're my electrons. They're mine. You can't have them. That's right. Okay. Maybe it's both cases, because I like to think of it, when you think of the shadow side and the light side, I like to think of it as a rainbow butterfly, okay? So if you were to draw a butterfly over a rainbow, so that it's separated into its 7 fucking colours as you go from the top of the wings and body down to the bottom, and then one wing is the light side, the matter, and then the other wing is the shadow side, which is the antimatter, and they look at each other, but that's another story. So we'll probably find that because we're meant to be moving up the body of the butterfly to ascend, all right? But because of all of the fucking schmozzles that have happened, and because we never quantum banged and we got stuck in Antarctica all this time, go back and find those videos. Oh shit, is that nearly? All right, give me a sec. So much for a fucking short part 2. Anyway, I'll quickly finish off. We're meant to be travelling up the body of the butterfly, and then all of the shit that are parallel with us in either wing, they're our choices. They're the They're the amino acid. They're the building blocks. So to get to the fucking head of the butterfly and then out the antennas, let's say, you're meant to pick. News, not the weather. I've got to fucking. Thank you, excess saliva. Whoever just fucking. Anyway, shut up, Shannon. Okay, so you'll probably find that on one side of one wing, they've removed. Oh, maybe that's what makes it. Anyway, shut up. One wing, they've removed a note, a music note, or whatever, and the other side they've added one. So that's why I can't decide whether something was removed or something was added. So I think it's both. And we, excuse me. So anyway, that's going to do for now. That's part 2. There will be a part 3 eventually once I fucking figure out what it is I just said to you all. So the thing with life is you're meant to find, so your soulmate, your twin flame, whatever, their role, it's nothing to do with romance or anything. It's just that the stuff that they do and say gives you the clues to understand shit. And because I don't need to go into that because that's my personal life, but let's just say I'm flying solo. Now, instead of using that particular person from my life who used to give me so much info without even realizing, I now have to watch my fucking self blabber to the fucking universe and make a fool of myself on the internet. And then I gain the information from myself. So that's what I've had to do. Maybe I'm a lonely codon. Or maybe I'm a free nucleotide now. Who knows? Anyway, that's it for part 2. There will be a part 3 eventually once I make sense. Once I watch this video back, pick out all the things I was trying to tell you that I didn't realize, and then that will be part 3. Okay, cheerio.